Kevin Kopps, a closer from Sugar Land, Texas, 6 feet 205, majoring in biomedical engineering. And he was an engineer last night, was he not? This will be his 18th appearance. Look at that ERA, Kip, 1.03 through 35 innings, 23 hits. He has struck out 60 and has only walked 11.
60 strikeouts in 35 innings. I tell you, watching this young man all season long has been a joy to watch. He has been outstanding for Arkansas, and looking at the breaking balls we saw him throw last night against South Carolina, gosh, do you sit breaking ball and try to just wait on one that's up in the zone enough and drive it to right center if you're a right-handed hitter against this guy? It's really difficult because obviously it's tough to sit against that breaking ball, but he throws it a little bit more than his fastball, and I think that might be a good idea for South Carolina hitters to try to do something. They just got to get a couple base hits, a walk and a dink here and a bomb, and they're right back in this game.
Opponent's hitting 185 off of Kopps. And of the 23 hits that he's given up, just 3 have been for extra bases, 1 double and 2 homers. He's thrown 3 wild pitches, has not hit a batter. George Khalil to lead off. Two flyouts today for Khalil. What about the job by Patrick Wicklander? Just cannot rave enough about the job Wicklander did for Arkansas setting up Kevin Kopps for this situation.
And that's 3 straight sliders there from Kopps. And you're right, Birch. I mean, Wicklander was, coming in 1-1 with a 2.38. He was outstanding in 7 innings, 2 hits, an earned run, no walks, 5 Ks. But it was how he pitched. He pitched to contact. He used both sides of the plate. His fastball up, obviously, early was extremely good. And he did a wonderful job of keeping the Gamecock hitters off balance.
Gets the strikeout of George Khalil. We'll bring up Michael Robinson now.
Once again, 5 or 6 pitches there to Khalil and a lot of breaking balls, a lot of sliders. If I'm South Carolina, you've only got a couple more cracks at it. It's at least 65 to 75% breaking balls from this young man. I just think you almost have to sit that.
Come on, Mike. Come on, baby. Go, Mike.
Wicked looking pitch there. Get ahead of the batter, 0-2 here on Michael Robinson. Brady Allen's been on the only bright spot today in this nightcap of this doubleheader. He's on deck. 3 pitches, 3 quick swings, and Michael Robinson is done.
Another slider. Brady Allen should be. If you're not sitting slider hit, I don't know when you ever would.
Counts even. Ball and a strike with 2 outs. Empty bases here for Brady Allen. Gamecocks have been hitless since that home run by Allen in the 3rd. They've had 2 base runners, but both of those were hit by pitches. Even count to Allen here, 2-2.
You know, I go back to sitting the slider. I mean, both of those swing and misses on sliders to Brady Allen. He just almost looked as if he wasn't expecting that. A little bit surprised there. I think you got to look slider and adjust. That is just dirty. Kopps just running through the Gamecocks offense as Arkansas is in command, and we go to the 9th. Arkansas with a commanding 5-1 lead. Come back and win this game. You know, you're not getting swept. You win 1 out of 2. It's not obviously what you want, but I really don't think it's not like it's a make or break. I mean, South Carolina's still in a great position, as well as Arkansas, for the home stretch.
And you're playing out of division too. It's a Western Division opponent. But it also speaks to the makeup of this Arkansas team, does it not?
Yeah, it does. I mean, we know going into it that Arkansas is obviously a great ball club, and as you see now, I mean, we're not talking about 70 or 80% sliders. I mean, we're talking about 90, 95% sliders. There's another one. I mean, it's just, if you're not looking slider and you're a Gamecock batter, I don't know what you're doing.
4 strikeouts for Kopps. He's seen 4 batters. Here's Wes Clark now. Struck out twice against starter Patrick Wicklander. He's 0 for 3 today. 2 strikeouts and a ground out.
I mean, even in a 5-1 game right here, I think you're going to see Kopps just throw the slider in a 1-0 count to Wes Clark. There it is again. I mean, if I was Wes Clark right there, I would have literally been looking slider away and let's put this over the right center field fence. I just don't understand why they're not looking slider here.
It's like looking at the menu at White Castle.
That kind of sounds good right now, Bert. I just, and you look at that take and you have to ask yourself if you're Kopps. I mean, I'm not quite sure what Wes Clark's looking for.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out.
That's another one. I mean,
he has struck out every Gamecock that he has seen here in this ball game. Gamecocks down to the last out. David Mendham coming to the plate. 5 batters, 5 strikeouts.
I mean, Kopps is just, he's dealing. And, to see Wes Clark, obviously a great hitter for South Carolina, to take that on 1-2 after seeing 2 or 3 before that, exactly like that out of his hand, that just tells you how good. There's another one. I mean, this is unbelievable. It's 5-1, 2 outs, nobody on, and he's throwing a first pitch slider to Mendham. I mean, this is definitely a plus pitch for this Arkansas hurler.
Gamecocks down to the last swing now. 1-2 is the count to David Mendham. And he gets him. He struck out the side in order in back-to-back innings. Boy, can Kopps pitch or what? And Arkansas will take the series over South Carolina. They win the nightcap of this doubleheader, 5-1 off of 7 hits.
Yeah, too much there. The Arkansas Razorbacks just come into Columbia and take 2 out of 3. Big win for South Carolina early on in the day in the first game of the twin bill, but Arkansas too much for South Carolina. Kopps, in my opinion, MVP of the weekend. Outstanding pitching from him, Birch. He was just too much for the Gamecocks in Game 1 as well as Game 3.
South Carolina will have a couple of days rest before welcoming the Citadel into town on Tuesday. Join us then. For our entire crew in Columbia, from our broadcast partner Kip Baltonite, I am Birch Antley saying so long from Founders Park. We'll talk to you next time.